Are we going to talk about the one that happened tonight?
Well, I guess we kind of mentioned Isaiah Stewart a little bit. Um, I guess we can kind of go hand in hand in this. I guess we could do Isaiah Stewart and then just kind of lead into Austin Reeves a little bit. So, like, Isaiah Stewart, not really surprised he got shipped. He was in a lot of trade rumors. Um, Kind of surprised he went to the Grizzlies though. Did you expect that at all?
Not the Grizzlies.
I thought he was going to the
No, I did
Lakers.
not. Yeah, I love the fit with the
Yeah,
Grizzlies,
yeah.
but was
Continuation.
not thinking that would be the team.
Yeah, no, it was kinda shocking, especially dude, got him for 3 seconds. I'll
That
trade
front
3
court's looking
seconds.
nice. I like
Yeah,
Zach Edey and Isaiah Stewart. Got Cameron Boozer now.
yeah,
They're going to be a fun little scrappy team.
they're
It's going to be
big.
exciting.
Big team,
They're
bro.
very big, very
Physical.
physical.
Yeah, it's Grizzlies
So
basketball.
yeah, for 3 seconds. And he's got a good contract, 2 year, 15 mil each year. So
But I guess that's why
I'll
the
take
Lakers
that
couldn't
any
get
day.
him because I don't think the Lakers really had well, they don't have a lot of picks to begin with, so them giving up, like, 3 seconds would not be ideal. So,
Yeah.
the Grizzlies have a lot of picks. It makes sense why you would give up 3 seconds for Isaiah Stewart if you feel like you need a guy like that, which, hey, man, more power to the Grizzlies. What I thought was interesting was going into the Austin Reeves extension. Now, it was reported that he hasn't signed the papers yet. It's an intention. The reason that is because if Austin Reeves signs right now, they would actually lose more money. Um, so Austin Reeves is going to be the last player the Lakers sign after free agency is done. And it's mainly because they will have an extra $20 million to spend in free agency.
Yep. They have the cap hold.
Yep. And that's barring they don't make any other moves with certain players I strongly do not like that they have. So potentially the Lakers, if they do make more moves, like get rid of DeAndre Ayton, um, for
I mean,
example,
you would have to trade him, right?
um,
Because
y-
doesn't he have a player option?
yes, you have to get rid of,
I- I'm assuming
um,
he'd
you have to
opt
get rid
into
of,
that.
you have to get rid of Ayton. You got to get rid of Jared Vanderbilt. Dalton Connect is probably gone as well. You just have guys that did not bring any value to the roster at all. Um, Hardly any, if any. Just not valuable to the Lakers at all anymore. So, if they're able to come off of some of those contracts as well, making trades or any sign-in trades, um, they could free up another 20 million off the books. If they're actually able to do that, they'll have 40 million, which would be really nice. That's really what they need because we talked about this before, Zach. Committing this big contract to Austin Reeves, which was a little discounted. Stay with me, Zach.
Oh, I'm here.
I heard you yawning. I'm just
Oh,
messing.
I'm
But
sorry.
but Austin Reeves, like we both knew if you're making this big commitment, you're not gonna have much money to spare in this off season. You you gotta make these moves, man. You can't keep Aiden, you can't keep Vando. You can't keep the rest of these guys, man. Gotta get them off the books. At most, the Lakers could clear about like 30 mil off the bench if they are able to get rid of all these guys that just don't bring any value to the roster. I mean, they have a chance to clear up to 40 or 50 million at most. So that could get you
Yeah.
some guys, dude. That can get you to where you can re-sign Rui and get some other guys that are interesting. They need a big man desperately. I've seen rumors that they're going after Jared Allen, so that's interesting.
We'll talk
Um,
about that more and more later.
yeah, I didn't say who was on the other side.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, but yeah, dude, I don't want to say it's a no-brainer to not bring back Austin Reeves, but I will tell you, I'm happy for Austin Reeves. I know we got a little bit of a backlash from Laker fans. It was kind of hit or miss. Not as bad as Jazz fans because turns out Utah's pretty toxic. But Laker fans, they were actually the least toxic of the bunch somehow, some way. But
Shocking.
but hit or miss wise, like I am happy for Austin Reeves. Dude, he's the highest paying undrafted like player ever in NBA
Crazy.
history. That's awesome. Congratulations to him, man. He played for it. He deserves it. I just feel bad because now that he's a max contract player, he gets paid to be the number 2 option behind Luka. So, if people felt like I was being too harsh on him before, I really wasn't. I was just more preparing myself, Zach, and everybody in the NBA for the fact that if he doesn't show up as a second option, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be a good look. He's getting paid second option money. He is a max player. If you do not show up, we're going to have some problems. So, I'm not wishing on the man's downfall. I'm just saying he's going to be in convos that you probably never expected Austin Reeves to ever be in conversations for. So he's gotten better every year. There's hopes that he keeps getting better every single year moving forward, as he always has. So I hope he comes out and plays better compared to this past season. And if they get to the playoffs, I hope he plays really well. But regardless, happy for the guy. Hope he plays well. Please don't give me a reason to come on here and trash your play in the playoffs again.
I'm happy for him too. And, the market is the market. And so what he got paid is whatever. However, I do think it is very, very risky because you're kind of at the point where there's a lot of pressure on the Lakers now because you have to build a roster for this season. You
And
have to
next
do
season,
whatever it takes to improve now because once next year hits, like this is a massive contract. This is, if you just put aside what the market is, this is an overpay. Someone who's Austin Reeve caliber should not be getting paid this much money, but that's just how it is. That's the business of the NBA.
and it's mainly because he hasn't shown any reason for me to believe he is a second option.
No,
You're pretty much signing him betting that he will become that, which is fine,
yeah.
but this is more risk than anything for sure.
What's very scary is I'm afraid that the Lakers don't do enough to improve this roster. And even if you run this roster back, where is that going to get you? And by the time you get to next year, 2 years, 3 years down the road, you're kind of in trouble if you're not improving it this very offseason. So I expect the Lakers to make some sort of move to get some sort of big time center in. They have to. Like, that's the only way that this team could actually improve. And this
Yeah.
has the making of potentially becoming a negative asset if things go wrong. Because no one is going to trade for this contract if Austin Reeves does nothing. So, and even in the event where you have to think about trading him, it's probably not going well anyway. So that's kind
Yep.
of out of the question. And the worst part I think about this contract is he has a $51 million player option the last
Yeah.
year,
Mhm.
which is just absolutely brutal. So
And did
they
you see
really
the
had a choice.
reports? Did you see the reports of why they might have also jumped on this contract too?
Pistons.
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Which I'm curious with the Pistons if they're potentially a Norman Powell team. I
I
would
just
kind of like that.
I just kind of think it's funny that the Pistons prioritized Austin Reaves over everybody else, like a certain someone that's on a extension currently or looking for an extension. Do you know who I'm
Wait,
talking
what are you
about?
getting at?
Jalen Duren is
No.
looking for an extension.
Oh. I was thinking of like other guards. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
you're right.
it is not a good look for Jalen Duren. Listen, I know it's really bad that the dude's been getting clowned so hard, but it's even more eye-opening that the Pistons number one option that they were floating around was Austin Reaves. There were reports that came out once the Austin Reaves signing came out for the Lakers that the Pistons were actually starting to move very hard to getting him. And that's why the Lakers shut it down real quick. Once they realized the Pistons were going hard for him, I think that was more of a reason why the Lakers committed way more quickly to Austin Reaves than they were before because the Pistons were looking way more serious. And the reason that is because of how bad Jalen Duren looked. They
Yeah.
were about to
Teams are
give Austin Reeves so much money, and then, dude, Jalen Duren, they wouldn't have been able to give him his extension, like his bigger extension. So I don't even know what they're going to do about that now.
mhm.
And then they got rid of Isaiah Stewart, so it's getting even more interesting. Like,
More than ever.
do they pay him now or like I don't know.
Yeah. So definitely the Pistons are looking for some sort of second guy who can create his own shot. To me, it makes sense for them to try to go after Norman Powell. I think they could
Mm,
still be in the Tyler Hero
they
running.
still have money.
I'm not, yeah, I'm not sold that the Bucks will completely keep Tyler Hero. So we'll see about that. But
Yeah,
back to the Lakers. To me, this move was you either let Austin Reaves walk for nothing or you're just going to re sign him and then you're going to kick the can down the road and say, I'll worry about 2 years from now when that comes, and I'll just focus on right now.
yeah,
And so that's the route that they chose to go. And so I think there's a lot of pressure now on the Lakers to make this right
and
because this could be ugly,
I think it would have been
potentially.
I think it would have been fine if you were wanting to do the sign and trade with the Nets because like we were talking about, you could have gone Claxton and maybe even more for Reeves,
Yes.
right? But here's the thing.
Yep.
He got traded elsewhere. So then once that happened, well, the Nets are gone. Now your only person that's the only other team that's going after Reeves now is guess who? The Pistons. And the Hawks are not really considering it anymore. So are the Lakers just going to do a sign and trade for Isaiah Stewart for Reeves? Like no, that's not going to happen. So um at this point they had no good package to do a sign and trade for Austin Reeves, so all you could really do was sign him. Their backs were against the wall. Literally was either let him walk or sign him.
Yeah.
And obviously you
And
signed him.
so the problem now is if you run this team back, you're cooked. So you have to upgrade the roster somehow,
You
some
need
way.
to.
I don't know how you're going to make it work. We'll see what they can do, but that is the only
Well,
shot.
Zach,
And obviously, they've thought about this already. So something's going to happen, but I'm not sure exactly what it will be.